I was going through like old journals a year ago, and there was like writings of like, body dysmorphia and not like suicidal thoughts, but just like, oh, like I don't want to be here, like blah, 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 stuff like that. Um, but during the pandemic is when it got a lot worse because I think I was confined in one space. I didn't have the outlets that I would normally be used to. And I was also stuck in the house all day um, eating. So my eating disorder um, got a lot worse. Um, and then throughout the pandemic, there was like inpatient stays and partial programs. But I think the pandemic was like the worst start of it. Some of my friends did have body image issues, and it kind of like reflected like, oh, this is normal. Like obviously it's normal to feel this way.
So then eventually you found mindful teens. Do I have that correct? And Dr. Kim.
Yeah. Um, I had another therapist before that. We didn't work that well. So then my parents found Dr. Kim, and I think like we instantly clicked. It was really nice.
I initially met the Schillers in the context of our general outpatient department, which even though Mindful Teen is a part of, it's a specialized program within the kind of larger umbrella of services that we provide. And so, she was coming to me with some pretty significant challenges with anxiety and depression, and was really motivated to do the work. And I think over time, what we learned is that my seeing her once a week for more traditional outpatient therapy, which because I am who I am and I provide the services I do, was still very much DBT, dialectical behavior therapy informed. It wasn't providing kind of the totality of what I believe she needed. So the dosing wasn't high enough in my clinical opinion. And so she and mom ended up eventually admitting to the Mindful Teen program. And I think we've just seen tremendous gain and growth for both Sadie and mom. And I think that speaks to the power and importance of including parents and families within a child's care, regardless of if they're a school-age child, beginning school, or more kind of higher adolescence. Either way, it's incredibly powerful to include them.
What personally motivated you to share your story?
I'm a teenager. I use social media. I have a lot of friends, and I think I've just like seen on social media that like everyone just says it's the norm, like feeling sad all the time, tired, always being anxious, having body image issues it's normal. And the reality is it's not. Like anxiety, like you're always going to have that, and of course you're going to feel sad from time to time, but like you shouldn't constantly feel that way. So I just think that it might help other people to start reaching out and getting help and noticing like, like this kind of relates to me. I kind of feel that way. Like maybe I should talk to someone or talk to my parents and see what they should do. So, yeah.
What's your advice to somebody who might be where you were or is having challenges? What's your advice to someone your age?
I think to just talk about it. And I didn't want to do that at all. That's one of the main reasons I got to such a bad place, is because I didn't talk about it. But I think once I started openly communicating, and like it was scary. It wasn't an easy thing to do. But once I started sharing, even if it was just like small things, like, oh, I was a little upset today because lunch wasn't my favorite. Just small things like that. It can help form this trust and this bond. And then when you start sharing more, then you can finally get the help you need. Because I don't think anyone wants to stay depressed or continue to have disordered eating. I don't think people want to feel that way. So I think you need to take those steps. Like, people can hold your hand along the way, but you need to physically take those steps first, I guess.